Hello. Today I wanted to talk about the little bit of VFX I made for my survival game. So, as you might be able to tell, this project is kind of also just acting as a platform for me to test out whatever mechanics I want to design. The basic game concept, though, is still going to be a survival game, so I'm going to start working on a crafting system. But I wanted it to be my own, so I had an idea for the crafting system that it wouldn't be harder to understand than, say, Minecraft's crafting, and would be similar in interactivity to Minecraft's crafting system. But I've personally gotten kind of sick of crafting menus, so I want to design a crafting system that requires the user to do things in the world to craft. This can get out of hand easily, though, as that alone can make crafting harder to understand. The solution is to make crafting a central pillar of the game and make sure fun comes before complexity. Complex can be fun, but complex doesn't mean fun. So when the time comes for me to go further into the crafting system, we will talk about it more, but for now I figured that any crafting system in a survival game requires a campfire and a means of starting a fire. For now, I want to be able to light, let's say, a pile of sticks on fire, so I want to be able to create sparks when I smash rocks together like this. Sparks look pretty cool, but I'm still working on how it's gonna set this on fire, so for now, just so I could make the fire system, I just made it so if I had a rock in my hand and I smash a stick, it will catch on fire. So I'll show you real quick the particle systems I made for these. So I'll start by showing you the sparks. This is how it looks. I have two particle systems, one for the yellow sparks and one for the white sparks. And the shape is just a quad mesh drawn really tiny. And in the process material, I just made it so the sparks shoot in the Y direction and spread a little bit. And what I did is I had it so when you're holding a rock and you try to hit another rock, it'll compare the world materials of the two items, and if they are both made of stone, then it will instantiate the spark scene as a child of the scene root, and then it'll also detect the normal of the collision point, and it'll shoot the sparks in the direction of the collision normal. I do want to have it so it uses like a cross product of the collision normal so that it doesn't just shoot upwards and it shoots like kind of in the direction you were hitting it or the direction you were facing when you hit it. But that works for now. For the fire, I went into GIMP and created this fire shape, and I made 3 emitters, one for this yellow center flame, one for the orange flames that extend much further up into the air, and then another for the smoke, using the same fire shape. I also added this area 3D that is going to be used to make the fire spread, but that is a system that I'm still working on. And what I also did was I made a visual shader for the flame that animates a Voronoi texture slowly to make the fire look more alive as it starts to float upwards. And then you just mess with the gravity to make everything go up. So a quick disclaimer, my coding practices in this might seem very sloppy, and maybe it is, but you have to understand that I'm just trying to make stuff work right now. code cleanliness and optimization are important, but not so much when you're just trying to make things work. That said, please feel free to point out every single flaw in my design in these videos, and point out where my code is sloppy and why, how I can clean it up. Comment any ideas you can see for any improvement. The way I see it, any of these comments are to help anyone else who decides to come look at these videos. So, as always, I'm the furthest thing from an expert, and I'm always open to constructive criticism, and comments like that will help so many other people who decide to click on these videos. Just keep in mind that for now, my main focus above all is making stuff that works. And you'll quickly find that developing this way often forces you to clean your code up a bit at certain parts, or forces you to optimize it a bit. So it all kind of unfolds naturally. So now we're starting to kind of get into the real concept of the game. Since we've kind of defined how we want the crafting system to be, I want to start talking about the faction system that we're going to have in this game. We'll talk about that in the next video, so thanks for watching.